We are going to be looking at our product roadmap in some of our presentations today. So to properly set our expectations there, we need to review Salesforce's forward-looking statement slide. If you're unfamiliar with this slide, it urges Salesforce customers to base purchasing decisions only on currently available functionality at the time of purchase. Simple as that. Now, without any further delay for myself, I'd like to hand things over to Meredith so we can get introduced to the team.
Thanks, Mike. Hi, everybody. I'm Meredith Brown. I'm one of the product managers here in the Sales Cloud, and I work on leads and campaigns. So with the spring release today, I'm going to talk about some of the features that we are bringing to you guys around core Salesforce automation. So some of the new features that we have in Lightning Experience are insights, person accounts, some new lead convert experiences, opportunity teams, and we also have collaborative forecasting coming in Salesforce Classic. So let's dig into some of those features. With Insights, what's great about this feature, and this is something that was available in our winter release, but we've built onto it. So now you get a carousel of articles. So if you're there on your homepage, you can quickly go through, you can look at all of the articles, you don't have to leave the page. And what's really great about this feature is that you get a chance to let us know if the news is working for you. Do you want to see more news like this for a particular industry or account, or if it's not relevant, you get to say, no, I don't want to see this, and the engine will get smarter and smarter. Another feature that we worked on is person accounts. So if you're an organization that uses person accounts, you probably noticed that in winter you weren't able to turn on and try out the Lightning experience. Well, those restrictions are now lifted. You can have at it. You can try the Lightning experience. And if you have that B2C sales process that you're using person accounts, is a great feature for doing that. We've reorganized the person account details. We put the most important information front and center. And then as a sales rep, it's really going to help you focus on the things that are most important and know where you've been with that account and where you're going. Campaigns is another feature that is now available as a beta in Lightning Experience for Spring 16. So if you're a marketer or you're an inbound sales team and you're using campaigns to generate those new leads, you can continue to do that. And looking at campaigns in Lightning Experience, you can really understand that marketing accountability. You can track campaign engagement, some of those key marketing ROI and key performance indicators. And the great thing is all of those productivity features that you've seen in Lightning Experience are available on campaigns. So you can create tasks, you can log calls, you can send emails. It's really going to help you stay organized during that campaign planning and execution. And if you want to collaborate through feeds or files or groups, that's also available on your campaign records. Again, this is a beta release that is available with Spring. And opportunity teams. So we have lots of customers who have to do team selling. Maybe it's a very complex deal, and you want to bring in different team members to help manage that opportunity forward. You can do that now in Lightning Experience. So you can add them by a specific role, and by doing that, you get to control who can do what, who can read the opportunities, and who can actually go in and edit them. And then once you have these teams set up, it's really going to enable some great views on your opportunities and the reporting as well. And collaborative forecasting. So this is something that is not available in Lightning Experience, but is available in our Classic. And if you're using custom fiscal years, you have support for that now. So you can use custom fiscal year, you can leverage collaborative forecasting. It's going to get you those real-time forecast roll-ups of a fiscal period. And the nice thing is your sales reps can actually go in and they can enter the adjustments for the fiscal period. So it's really interactive, great feature available in Classic. So let's go in and look at some of those features. So I'm going to flip over to a demo so you can see them live in action. So here I am on my home page, and you can see here the account insights, and this is the carousel that I was mentioning where you can go through, you can see all of the news related to industries or accounts that you have. And this is the feature that I mentioned where you can say, I want more like this, or I want fewer like this. Or you could even report the insight is completely not relevant. And that engine is going to get smarter over time and continue to bring forward insights that are relevant to your accounts and industries. And you may be wondering, well, where do these insights come from? So we crawl RSS feeds, we look at Yahoo, we look at Twitter handles and other third-party sources to bring that information back to you. So that's a great feature around insights. So I'm going to go in and show you person accounts now. And so if you're using person accounts, you know they're kind of a hybrid between accounts and contacts. And so you can access them from your account list views or from contacts. So for today, I'm going to go through and look at my person accounts on my contacts. And in order to set up your list views to look at person accounts, all you need to remember is to add this flag is person account, and then your person accounts can be added to that saved list view. Let's go in and look at one of my person account records. So you can see the layout here. If you're familiar with the other layouts in Lightning Experience, you have your highlight panel, which is being driven from your compact layouts. So you get to define the most important information around this record. You have some of those social insights with your Twitter card, so you can understand if you have people in common. And then your related list, as you would expect, any opportunities, campaigns that this person account is available. And again, campaigns being new in the spring release, this is now available, cases as well, and any other related lists that you have set up for that layout. The other great thing is here's all of your productivity features. So you can see what your next steps are, where you've been with this particular person account, and like all records, all you need to do to just drill in and get a quick preview is just hover over, say, this opportunity. You can get some quick information about that opportunity. And here I can do that as well here on this, pulling from the compact list to find, say, the phone number or the email for this particular account. So great, so those are some of the features around person accounts. And since we're here on this record, let's add Benjamin to a campaign so you can see how you can do that in Lightning Experience. So we're gonna add him into this referral program launch. We're hoping he's gonna help us bring some new leads into the system. We're gonna add him to that campaign. And now you can see that he is a member of 2 campaigns. He attended the customer conference, and he's also now part of this referral program launch. Let's go in and drill into one of the campaigns so you can get a sense of the experience in Lightning for campaign management. Again, you have your highlights panel from your compact layouts, the most important information around this campaign. And one of the features that I really love that we were able to do in spring was pull in some of that visualization. So you've probably noticed on reports and on dashboards, and we have those great visualizations, those wave analytics, and we're bringing some of that charting into some of our other objects. So when you're looking here at your campaign members, you can quickly get a sense of who's responded, who you sent an invitation to, and who actually attended this conference. So that's a really nice visual feature. You can see the opportunities related to this particular campaign. Again, you have those hover capabilities, a campaign hierarchy. You'd be able to see a simple view into any children campaigns, files, groups, and attachments. And here are all your productivity features like you see in other objects. Where have you been with this campaign and what do you need to do next? So one thing that I do want to note around campaigns, around adding additional campaign members, one of the things that's not supported yet and why we're calling it a beta is the ability to do it in bulk. So on list views, on a lead or account, you can't add leads or accounts in bulk to campaigns. But what you can do is you can use the import wizard. So if you have a CSV file of your contacts, your person accounts, or leads, you can use that data import wizard to add new campaign members to your campaign. So with that, let's go in and look at some of the campaign members. I'm going to drill into one of the leads that we have here on this campaign, because one of the things I want to show you is around lead convert and how it works with person accounts. So this is going to be a new feature around basically a new experience, I should say, around how this works. And so typically you may remember that we make assumptions around, well, if you have person accounts activated and you don't have a company name on the lead, we assume that you want to create a person account. Well, we've added more flexibility in Lightning Experience. So if you're using both person accounts and business accounts, you can go through and create that new person account. Let me try that one more time. Okay. So here you see Benjamin, if you wanted to say it was a duplicate and you wanted to merge it to that, you could do that. Or you could create it and merge it with a business account. I don't see my new functionality showing up here, but what you could imagine is you'd be able to go through all of your record types for that particular account will show up, and your person account layout. So great flexibility in terms of being able to choose how that lead's going to convert. So let's say I've converted this lead, Alfonso, and he's become an opportunity. I want to show you some of the features related to opportunity teams that I mentioned earlier. So here on my homepage, you can see some of my top deals with BioSpan. So I'm just going to drill into this and quickly show you how you can manage your opportunity teams. So here's all the team members. I'm just going to drill in so we can really look at what's going on here. So we have a lot of sales managers on this opportunity, but we need to bring in some new folks, some new blood to help us move this opportunity forward. And so the nice thing is that Sarah Phillips here is an industry specialist. So we can add her onto this opportunity as a team member, and now she has full ability to read and write this opportunity. And you can see you have a team working together to bring this deal forward. So those are some of the great highlights that we have in the spring release around core Salesforce automation. What I'm going to do now is flip back to my slides, and I want to show you some of the things that we have on the roadmap. So you may be wondering about account teams. We spent some time looking today at opportunity teams, but account teams is also something that we'll be working on over the next few releases. In addition to opportunity products, so if you want to add multiple products at once to the opportunity, that is a feature that will be coming in a future release. And more campaign features. So some of the things to look forward there are being able to add leads and contacts in bulk, get to that advanced setup so that you can manage the different campaign member statuses, get really deep into that hierarchy. So those are some features to look forward to there. And then if you're creating new accounts or editing, being able to pre-fill those account details. Shared contacts is something that we know you all want. We're actively working on it. And then more functionality around insights. So building an account insights app. And that is something that you have to look forward to as well. So with that, I'm going to turn it back to Sam and see if we have any questions out there from the community.
Well, we have some great questions. Let me refresh my screen. So there's a couple questions out there that I'm going to refer to our Power of Us hub, because we're getting some great questions from some nonprofits, and I want to make sure that they know I'm not ignoring them, but I'm bringing in on Twitter one of our nonprofit experts. So in the meantime, let's take a look at some of these questions that I have. So in terms of this core Sales Cloud, are Lightning Actions on the person accounts page layouts configurable in Spring 16?
They are, yes. Just like your other objects, you can define which actions should show up on your person account layouts.
Awesome. Okay. And where do insights come from? What are the sources?
Yeah, so some of the sources, Yahoo, we look at RSS feeds, we look at Twitter handles. Those are the top sources for the insights that come through.
Oh, very good. Okay. And what campaign features are not yet available in Lightning?
So like I mentioned before, being able to add from list view, so your lists of leads and contacts, be able to add them in bulk through that list view. Mm-hmm. That will be coming in a future release. Some of the advanced setup features around campaign member statuses, being able to go really deep into your hierarchy and understand some of those key metrics. Those are some features to look forward to in a future release.
So a best practice would be to learn to switch back and forth between Lightning and Classic so you can see those things over.
Yeah, but if you're doing one-off, if you're just adding an individual lead or contact to a campaign, you can certainly do that in Lightning. Or if you're a marketer who really just needs to come in here and understand campaign engagement or access those statistics, those are all available in the Lightning experience.
Great, great. And I have a duplicate management question, and we might need to defer this. They wanted to know when duplicate management is going to work with person accounts, since we were talking about person accounts.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't think there's anything immediate on the roadmap, but we'll follow up with that product manager.
So we have some questions about opportunity teams, and Deborah's asking, by creating an opportunity team, she was confused. Isn't that the same as in Classic? How is it different from what you showed for what's available in Classic?
Oh, it's the same functionality. It's just a different user interface. So same platform. It's just bringing it into the Lightning experience.
That's awesome. Robert is asking, when will campaign influence features be available in Lightning?
Oh, that's a great question. So that's something that my team is working on. So we're working on it right now. We are hoping to have perhaps a pilot, Safe Harbor, in summer, but more likely winter but it is our top priority right now.
Awesome. And as long as we're on the roadmap, opportunity splits.
Opportunities.
And having that be available in Lightning.
Oh, with forecasting or?
Yeah, when you're on an opportunity and you have a split so that
That'll be coming in the next couple of releases.
Couple of releases, great. Okay, so that's a roadmap item.
Yeah.
Quoting in Lightning experience.
That is also on the roadmap.
So I think a lot of people are trying to get a feel of what next is. So I would go back to this presentation and take a look at that immediate need. And if you don't see it on that slide, chances are it's going to be several releases out.
That's probably safe.
That's probably a safe assumption because people are asking about it. Do you support default teams in this process with opportunity sales teams in Lightning Experience, and can you add multiple team members at once?
The default teams is also on the roadmap as well.
Okay. Mike is asking, this is a more complicated question, but perhaps you can add a little bit of advice here. So if you're using the Sales Cloud console and you're flipping back and forth between that and functions in Classic. I mean, what would you recommend our administrators think about as they're trying to blend the fact that the console is now available in Lightning Experience, but some of these features are not, and what's the best way to work?
Yeah, so the console is actually an area where we're doing a lot of investment now and bringing that into the Lightning platform. So all of the functionality that we've built in Lightning Experience and kind of bringing that more and more into the console. So I'd say, really focusing on your experience in Lightning, your layouts is going to pay off when the console is fully migrated over to Lightning Experience over the next couple of releases.
That was that Mike, hopefully that will help you because that was a good question from Mike. I've had some questions about lead conversions. Are there any limitations to lead conversions in Lightning Experience as compared to Salesforce Classic?
There's one gotcha that I will call out that our users, our different customers have let us know. When you're going through the lead conversion and you're creating a new account, in the Classic experience, it'll take all of the information for the lead and auto-populate it on the account. That's something that isn't available right now, but we're working on and will be available in summer so that you can make sure that all of that data is coming over seamlessly.
What would you recommend that they go look at that is in Classic?
Forecasting.
So I think that's a tough question for us. I'll be honest here, because the truth is that our roadmap is highly oriented to Lightning. And now, if there's bugs, issues where we have to fix something, of course, it's going to happen in Classic. Also, as we invest in our API for API users, that's for everybody. In general, the Classic UI is not going to get a lot of the new features, and that's a tough thing for us to really say because we want to give everyone everything. But in terms of the investment and where we focus, we just can't build it in both places at once. We don't have the resources. All of our roadmaps would be twice as long if we put every feature in both. So in general, especially on the UI side where you see these productivity features, they're really going to be primarily in Lightning.
But to Kayvon's point, the API, everything is exposed through API too.
Yes,
so
exactly.
Think of Lightning as just the user interface on top of it. It's still our platform.
Absolutely.
We're still investing in the platform. Those objects are always going to be API first. So that is a very important thing for our customers to keep in mind.
I used to be a Salesforce administrator, and when I look at this, I see this as pay attention to what's coming in Lightning, because at some point in time, you're going to switch over. And Salesforce has to keep on growing that user interface. So, and so I'm getting this question a lot, but I'm glad you clarified it, because our investment has to be in making these key features available in Lightning Experience so that you can eventually switch over. You kind of have to make the step, the leap. And then in the meantime, I would advise people, if it's a feature that you need that isn't in Lightning yet, switch over to Classic. That's why we've made it so easy for you to switch back and forth. Yes?
Yeah, and I think another piece of advice that I would have is if there is a feature that you're using in Classic that you run your business on and you absolutely need it in Lightning, be very vocal about it. You know, all of the product managers excuse me, are on the success community. We're looking at those ideas. We really want to hear from customers. That really does influence a lot of where we put our effort. So please let us know what you're doing in Classic that you absolutely need to have in Lightning Experience to make it a very useful experience for your organization.
Yeah, that customer feedback is big. So, you know, everybody, you should be using the idea exchange. And if you don't know where it is, it's on the success community. Go to success.salesforce.com, look for the ideas tab. It's really easy to post an idea and then circulate it. Work on getting votes, because that's what's important, is you need to get it promoted so that we know how many people are interested and impacted by that feature.
Sam, I would probably add one last thing, which is I get this kind of similar question. I get it for mobile. When is this coming to mobile? Or I get, when is this going to come from Classic to Lightning quite a bit? And the other thing I would just ask people to think about is Salesforce has been around, 16, almost 17 years now. That's a lot of time, and there's a lot of surface area in Classic. And so what Lightning is not only a modernization of kind of our experience, but of where we're going. And so we really are looking at the experience and looking at all those features in a way to promote the best possible experience. But at the same time, that's a lot of surface area to catch up on. Whether you give us 2 releases or 2 years, to be honest, that's a lot of things to do. And so be patient. We have your back, so we'll get you in time.
There's a really good module out on Trailhead that talks about, is your organization ready for Lightning, and is Lightning ready for you? And I suggest that you go out to Trailhead and take a look at that, because that's gonna be a living document that you create, that every release you're gonna go back to that document and you're gonna look and see, am I ready yet? Are enough core features ready yet? It'll help you identify what your core features are, how you run your business. I'd go pick up that document and start filling it in, and then I'd update it every release, and then you'll know when to flip the switch for yourself.